I got coffee this time instead of Red Bull, and we're putting it on ice.
It's like opposite day. You're drinking coffee. I just had a Red Bull. Like your bad habits are rubbing off on me or something.
That's what I do best.
God, maybe you are gonna turn me to the dark side. Shit.
You're literally gonna become me.
Oh God, we're taking He's Literally Me to a whole nother level.
God damn it. Can we go one episode without saying it?
That's like the running joke now. We can never abandon that. Hey, that is literally the next episode, though. We'll...
Is it?
Yes, I'm sorry, but it is. How's it going, bitches? No, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
Why do I... No.
You've already said it.
I did. I know I did. Damn it.
You done fucked up.
Yeah, I don't want to be swearing like a sailor too much on this podcast. It just doesn't make me look good.
Just swear all you want. Swearing shows passion.
It does. I think I read something. I swear I've kept seeing this my whole life. Like I read something that people who swear more often are more intelligent. Like, didn't you? You know, I'm not making this shit up.
That sounds like those things where they'll just say, "Oh yeah, this reason why sitting in bed and watching Netflix all day long makes you intelligent." It's like these stupid fucking articles.
Well, obviously that's not gonna make you intelligent. Like sitting and watching Netflix.
Yeah, but I've seen articles like that. It's just stupid.
I'm telling you, I have to look this up. Shit
it's
like
gonna
that.
be a BuzzFeed article, I'm sure of it.
Oh God. Oh, here we go. I just looked it up.
Is it BuzzFeed?
No. It says, swearing is a sign of intelligence, helps you manage pain and more. The study found those who came up with the most F, A, and S words also produce most swear words. Okay, what? I don't understand this. That's a sign.
This is dumb.
This is... Yeah.
Okay, so like all those, crazy ass kids like swearing on the streets like nonstop, they're really
Well,
intelligent.
no, it's... Swearing doesn't automatically make you intelligent, but... Not every...
That's what the article says, Quinn.
How about this? Not everybody that swears is intelligent, but everyone that's intelligent swears. How about that? Does that make any sense?
Wow.
Well, shit.
That's deep, man.
That's deep. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
Jesus.
Speaking of swearing,
death grips.
Death grips, baby. I guess, yeah, this is our first more music-based episode, I guess. I mean, episode 3, so... Yeah, it's kind of a weird first artist to talk about, but it's an artist we both love. Then I guess for those who don't know who Death Grips is, because, I mean, they're not like you don't hear them on the radio. I'll just say that. Like, they're not like...
But they are popular.
They are getting more popular for sure, but...
I think it's mostly in like meme culture and shit. But yeah, they are popular enough.
Yeah, they have like a cult following for sure, but they're not like as popular as Maroon 5. I don't know, I'll just say that.
But Maroon 5 is still popular? What?
Unfortunately, yeah.
I doubt that so much. I fucking doubt that. That prick's voice annoys me so much.
Yeah,
Jesus.
They're not very good. I mean, they're just...
I mean, no, actually, like, cringy shit here incoming. I, like, bought their CD when I was younger, like, when I was a kid. I listened to it quite a lot. I think it was Hands All Over, that album. And I don't know why I liked it so much, but, like, looking back, it's a fucking terrible album.
I mean, I would say their early stuff was pretty good. It was solid. You know, I just think their new stuff is just so bad.
I mean, that was, like, sort of part of the new stuff. Like, it was when they started getting bad, but I liked that album for some reason.
Yeah. Anyway, no, Death Grips is an American experimental hip-hop group. They formed in 2010. Pretty much just 3 guys, MC Ride, Zach Hill, and Andy Morin. A singer, a drummer, and the other guy does, like, keyboards and... that type of shit. That's pretty much it. Like, they have, 7 albums, roughly? I mean, they're just really weird and out there and, experimental, like it said. I don't... It is, hip-hop plus electronic plus even, rock and stuff in there. It's, a lot of different genres, it feels like. But it is, like I said in the end of the last episode, it's totally an acquired taste. It took me a while to really get used to them, but... they've quickly become one of my favorite bands for sure. So
Like I said, I can't remember how I found them. I've been listening to them like a while. I think I probably started around the time the Bottomless Pit came out, so like 2016. But I hadn't listened to that album at the time when it came out. I just was listening to other stuff. Like maybe I found them through like Guillotine. I think like my old friend like must have shown me like Guillotine on like a playlist of something that he had, and then I just like got into them later on or something like that. I don't know. I think that's it.
It goes, it goes, it goes, it goes. Couldn't help myself. Oh, I'm probably going to be doing that a lot, but I don't give a shit. Like, it's so much fun impersonating MC Ride.
Yeah,
it really is.
It is. I said to Quinn before we started the episode, like, I listened to all but the last one of Death Grips' albums, like, right before this recording, so I'm, like, ready to go. Like, I just finished Bottomless Pit.
Hell yeah.
I didn't get to re-listen to Year of the Snitch, but yeah.
I'm glad I re-listened to that before all of this because, like I said, it's a bit lower for me, but we'll get into that later when we rank their albums and shit. But I think I do remember how I came across them, and I feel like, honestly, this is how a lot of people came across Death Grips, but anybody who watches YouTube music reviews, I'm sure everybody knows about, like, the most popular music reviewer on YouTube is, Anthony Fantano.
Movies, music, me! It's Fantano.
Yeah, it's Fantano. So, yeah, I mean, he's, like, a mega Death Grips fan. I mean, he's, like, constantly singing their praises. So, I mean, I stumbled across him that way. And, yeah, I mean, I think at first, I'm sure I hated him, like, just like everybody. I was like, what is this? Like, because I wasn't used to that weird shit. I really wasn't.
I wasn't either when I started, but I just liked it for some reason. Like, I was like, there's something unique about this, and I like it.
Yeah, I just remember not liking them right off the bat, but the fact that, like, I didn't like them right off the bat, and now they're in my top 3 artists of all time, I mean, it's just crazy. Like, they really do get better and better the more you listen to them. But
I actually just remembered, I didn't find them through Guillotine. I found them through Bitch Please. That was the one. That was on that guy's playlist for ages, and like he used to play it all the time, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I got into them more later.
You must smoke it rock real shit. Anybody out there listening who hasn't heard Death Grips, you have to, because you'll understand what we're saying. But even if you haven't listened to them, like I said, hopefully hearing us talk about them will make you want to check them out.
Yeah.
Because there really is nobody else like them. There's really not. So I guess, I mean, yeah, your initial reaction to them was, I guess, more pleasant than mine. You were like, oh, this is new. This is nice. I was just like, what is this mess of sounds?
I wasn't ever that, like, into Bitch Please. That's, like, the problem. Like, I didn't ever find it, like, that great of a song. Like, mostly what we did, like, because I had this friend, and we used to, like, sort of hype ourselves up before like going out like to clubs. This was like around the time that I turned 18 or I was 19 or something like that. He was like almost in his 30s or something like that, but he was just still my like friend from college and stuff. But we used to like hype ourselves up with like a bunch of music, and we made this like joint playlist for both of us to like throw music in there. Bitch Please played like a lot, and I was like, this song again.
Oh yeah.
Like I wasn't that into it, but like I decided later on to try them out more, and I was like, okay, this is actually really fucking good.
That definitely wouldn't be my first song to like show people from them. Like obviously the obvious choices, like, and this is actually perfect like way to tie this in. I was about to say, how would you introduce somebody to Death Grips? Like if you were wanting to get somebody in there, because I mean, I could tell you, I don't remember the first song I heard from them, but I know for sure just a few songs that I would show them to like ease them into it. Like they aren't super weird, but like I've seen footage. I mean, I literally played it at the bar the other night. Like I requested that song.
It is their most popular, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Get Got, I think, is still their most popular for some reason.
I think the top 3 are probably Guillotine, Get Got, and I've Seen Footage, I would say.
Yeah, I would say those for sure. And I think Hacker is definitely up there. Hacker is totally another one. I would say, like, check this out, because they just sound like just club bangers. I don't know. Like, they're not like weird.
The only, like, weird thing about them that, like, would put people off is probably MC Ride. If they're not, like, into that, then it's probably not going to be their thing, I suppose, but... You know, if they can get into it and get past it and then ease themselves into more of the music, then they'll probably enjoy MC Ride a lot more, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, their instrumentals are, like, really what stands out the most to me to them. Like, I could just listen it. Like, you could show that to anybody and they'll probably think it's really cool. But as soon as this is where the acquired taste part comes in, is as soon as MC Ride starts rapping, it's like
Wait, did you say inquired taste?
acquired taste.
Sorry,
acquired taste.
But yeah, it's like, the instrumental is probably like the main sell that people would have. But like, yeah, as soon as he starts singing, you're probably just gonna be like, I break me as a face of the United States. Oh my god.
It's like shit like that. As soon as you hear him rapping, it's I could barely even call it rapping. It's just like you're hearing like a crazy guy just screaming. That's what at first. That's what people would think. That's what I thought at first. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, even like Guillotine, like that section where he's just going,
Oh god, yeah, he's literally screaming. Like, the main singer is really out there. He's totally, like, you haven't heard anybody like him probably, but
like, he's just a dude that, like, I mean, his whole like image is basically just him shirtless with a beard, like, and he's like bulging eyes, like.
These just bulging eyes, like he looks like kind of a crackhead. Like he's just like he's got tattoos all over his body and he's just flopping his body all over the place.
Like if I saw him in the street, I would avoid that man like at all costs.
Yeah.
If I saw him at a Death Grips concert, fuck yeah.
Well, yeah, MC Ride is definitely the main personality of that group. Like because the other two guys look pretty normal. Zach Hill and Andy, I think is the name. Yeah, like they're just two regular looking guys.
I mean, you gotta have like a intriguing front man.
Crazy front man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are plenty of like front men or front women for bands that have like this really out there image and stuff like that. And he makes it work with the music as well, I think. Like it's not just like a gimmick or anything. Like it just works really, really well.
And that's the thing when it comes to gimmick. Do you think that like they're I mean, at this point, they have gained such a cult following and people like them for how weird and crazy and mysterious they are. I mean, do you think they realize that and they're kind of, that's like the mystique behind all of it? Like they're just normal in the background, but then they
probably
act all crazy. Probably.
Yeah. I mean, you put on like a sort of persona for whatever sort of project you're doing, like a band or an artist or whatever. Like, I mean...
That is true.
I don't know, who's like a good example? Like Freddie Mercury, maybe?
Oh, yeah, sure.
David Bowie?
Yeah. Yep, or like, I was about to say Ozzy Osbourne, but no, he's kind of crazy behind the scenes too.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head now.
Ghost?
Ghost? I haven't listened to Ghost.
Oh, well, I mean, all I know is that they act all like satanic and stuff, but I don't think they actually are. It's just this really weird, like, gothic shit.
You've heard of Empire of the Sun, right? Probably a good example of that. They dress like extremely flamboyant, but they're just like doing some nice like electro tracks and stuff. That's one where I could say like, the flamboyancy and the like look isn't extremely necessary to the music itself. But with MC Ride, like it feels like it is part of it,
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, in terms of like, how you said like how you would ease someone into Death Grips. I think the best album to do that, most people would probably say The Money Store, but I'm gonna say No Love Deep Web.
Oh, really? That's true.
Like, I think it's probably the best to ease them into that kind of style, because it is like, my personal preferences aside or whatever, but I think it's like objectively their best, like as like a full product. Like it feels like the album flows extremely well. It's like always interesting. There's instrumentals where it like differentiates enough to where a lot of different people would get something out of it. I think that was my first album from them. Was No Love Deep Web. So it's great. Yeah,
it is a great one. But I guess my immediate thought was like, I don't know. I can't say for sure what's like objectively or technically their best, but even though this album is my favorite, my personal favorite, I still think it's the most. For me, I think it's the most accessible, but that's Bottomless Pit. I don't know. That's the one I guess I would point people to. Just the songs are so catchy and so, like, streamlined and so just, like, what's the word? Like, they're not so out there and weird. They kind of...
I mean, the only reason that stops me from saying Bottomless Pit for most accessible is that album feels a lot more aggressive. It's not completely inaccessible or anything. It's just like it has that like aggressive tone to a lot of the songs, whereas I don't think No Love Deep Web has that. It's got a lot more like nice feeling instrumentals sometimes.
That is true. It's Bottomless Pit though. I mean, it definitely has some. I could name off like 80808 or like those tracks. They really are a bit toned down, but yeah, you're right. When it comes to Hothead and he's fucking screaming like blah, 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 Oh my, yeah. I guess I would not want to show that person that song first. So
I think like the main three that you could introduce someone to Death Grips through is probably the Money Store, Bottomless Pit, No Love, Deep Web. Everything else outside of that, I would never start someone off with those. No way.
I would never. Yeah. I would never. In the last, I think the last one I would start them off at first would be The Powers That Be.
Yeah,
that album is
that would just put them off them
fucking
immediately.
nuts.
Yeah.
I really do think that is Death Grips at their weirdest, like to this day. I really do. But anyway, I guess speaking of their albums, I mean, did you want to just like briefly go through each one and just how you feel about it, or what's unique about each one, or I don't know what?
Yeah, if you want. I was thinking we like go through each one and name like our top 3 to 5 songs and our least favorite song.
Yeah, sure.
So we'll start with Ex-Military, I guess. Have you only listened to it once still?
I've always heard individual songs like over and over, like Guillotine, Tachyon, like those. But this is my first time, my one and only time listening through it recently in full, Ex-Military. So, I mean, I'm not going to be able to say much about that just because it is so fresh. Like, it's so new in my mind. But
one thing I also forgot about was that's in their discography is Fashion Week. Like, it's...
Yeah, I was about to say...
Yeah, it's an instrumental album, and I still haven't heard it, actually. But yeah, I should at some point. You haven't? No, I haven't.
Oh, man. I listened to a few of those tracks today. They're great.
Yeah, I want to listen to it in full. I will at some point, yeah. I just avoided it for a bit because I didn't know if it was actually like a proper album or not. But yeah. And I don't think it was on Spotify for a while. I don't know why Ex-Military still isn't.
I think it is because they use a ton of samples and they're not like, they didn't have the rights to them or something like that. I don't know.
They used a lot. There's like this YouTube video where they go through like every single sample in Ex-Military, and it's like there is so much in there. There's a bit of David Bowie in there.
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
Oh, but... also I read, did you know that David Bowie was like inspired by Death Grips for his last album?
Really?
I still haven't heard that album yet, but yeah, he apparently was quite inspired by it. I've heard every single David Bowie album except the last one, and I still don't know why I haven't just listened to it yet. It feels like there's too much pressure there, and I feel like I didn't like properly listen to some of the David Bowie's albums. Like, I don't know. It's weird because like the stuff that everyone like praises, like with David Bowie's albums, I didn't ever get all that into, but for some reason I got really into the later albums, like and they're like more like electronic and experimental and stuff like that, and a lot of people aren't as into them as they are with the old ones, but I found them to be like really, really good, and I don't know why.
I'm just scratching the surface, I guess, when it comes to that. All right, well, I guess, did you want to hit on Ex-Military? So all right, this is I just recently listened to it for the very first time, and it's so fresh in my memory that, and this is probably pretty basic, but I mean, these are the songs I heard the most. But Guillotine, I mean, there's a reason it is so popular. That's a great song. Yeah, like, I have to include Guillotine. There's really no other song like it, like just the way... It's
got such a weird, like... instrumental like structure to it, I think.
Yeah, it does, and it's so like minimal. It's like literally like there's barely anything there.
It's just like
it's just like and then just like just a snare. It's like 2 freaking instruments or 2 sounds just over and over, but that's all you need.
His voice is an instrument. It's just screaming.
Oh, I know it is. And then my second song, I mean, Tachyon, without a fucking doubt. Like, that song is incredible. The instrumental is like a fucking gut punch. Like, it just, like, it's so powerful. And then my third song, Known for It, just because I love that instrumental so much. I don't know what it is about the instrumental.
The instrumental's fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. But, if I was to pick a least favorite song, I don't know. I guess I'll say Clink. Clink is one I just didn't... It didn't stick with me, I guess. I don't know.
Clink, like, it has really good lyrics, but, like, the instrumental isn't quite as interesting as the lyrics, I think. That's probably my least favorite as well, I'm gonna say. Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that as much as I love Death Grips, like, I do have an issue with only focusing on the instrumentals, because that's, like, why I love them so much. I still like hearing MC Ride, but... I guess I don't focus as much on the lyrics as I need to. Like, I'm bad at that.
And sometimes it is hard to hear. Like what exactly
sometimes it's hard to just understand him, but yeah, for sure.
I'm going to say, I think my favorite is probably Beware.
Is that the one with the Charlie Manson?
Charlie Manson.
or Charles.
I've never heard
Manson.
someone say Charlie
Charlie
Manson.
and the Chocolate Factory. Charles Manson.
Charlie and the Murder Factory. It's just a river of like dead women.
Oh God, we're getting dark. Like, why do our minds go to this? This is concerning.
You started it. You called him Charlie Manson.
Yeah, but you started thinking of dead women.
Oh my God. He killed a lot of women.
He did.
Don't blame me for Charlie Manson's crimes.
Anyway,
yeah, my favorite is probably Beware, because it's just like, it just sets the tone for the album so fucking well. Just that opening of like, you know, the game is mine. I deal the cards. Beware.
it pretty much sets the tone for Death Grips' entire career. It really does.
Like, if I was at a concert and I heard Beware, like, I would be so fucking passionate about, like, that song, like, the whole section where it's just like, I close my eyes and seize it. I clench my fist and beat it. It's just so fucking passionate.
That's totally, if you could sum up Death Grips in like 3 words, I would say passionate is one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
I really would.
Beware, Culture Shock, and Spread Eagle Cross the Block. I love the like fade out from Clink into Culture Shock though. Like it's just, it feels like really calm for like the ending, and then it just like bursts into like into Culture Shock. It's like insane.
Yeah.
You need to vibrate higher.
I did not understand what that lady was talking about. Something about going to the 4th dimension and fucking... I was like, what?
You need to vibrate higher so you can capture the opening of the portal that connects this Earth of 3D to one Earth of 4D or 5D. And then it says go into the 5D, and then it goes into the song 5D.
That's bizarre.
And Spread Eagle Cross the Block, like I said, that used to be my alarm. It fucking jump scares you every morning. It's like, Spread Eagle Cross the Block!
My alarm for the longest time was, as soon as I woke up, was, I've seen footage! I'm just like, MC Ride, good morning. Alright, anyway.
Alright, well, we can move on to the next one if you want.
Yeah, so The Money Store, which everyone considers to be their like best album. Like I feel like that's almost like the consensus too, but it's, I mean, not either of our favorites.
I understand why. I really do.
I do too, I guess. But I mean, I would say it has, I mean, you know, like we said, easily their most accessible songs. Like,
yeah,
I
think that's why. Yeah.
I guess if I was to say 3 favorite songs, and here's the thing, guys, if you haven't heard of Death Grips, I mean, check these songs out, because like we're recommending these specific songs to get into them too. You know, these are really basic bitch answers, but I mean, I have to put I've Seen Footage. Like, it gets me hyped. It really does. And I would also put Hacker. Hacker is just like
fucking love Hacker.
The instrumental and the lyrics are hilarious. Like, teaching bitches how to swim. I'm in your area.
I love how like when it's doing that little like spoken word intro or whatever, he's just like, come back, your shit is gone, bitch. It's hey no ins and outs. I thought it was hey no one's in the house.
That's what I always knew it was hey no ins and outs. But anyway.
God, like just looking at these lyrics, like, you know, the way he sings them and stuff, like it's a different thing, but like when you actually look back at him, it's like, what is he singing about? I got this pregnant snake, stay surrounded by long hairs.
What else?
Make your water break in the Apple store.
Sink or swim, who fucking cares? Cut the birth cords, press send. Like, what? Gaga can't handle this shit.
I'm looking at the Genius annotation for that lyric, and it's like, Ride explains that despite how weird Lady Gaga thinks she is, she wouldn't be able to handle Death Grips.
Yeah, you think Gaga's weird.
She would not be able to handle Death Grips, I'm sure.
No.
I'd love to see that collab though, fuck. Dude, like, imagine if they did like a album like sampling a bunch of Lady Gaga. That would be so cool.
That would be cool, and that's a reason why I love... Look, I know you're not a huge Bjork fan, but I fucking love those Bjork samples on The Powers That Be. Like, it's just great. Like, those are 2 artists I could totally see collabing, obviously. I mean, they kind of already did with all the samples, but... Well,
Bjork is a Death Grips fan. Like, it's not like she just... they were taken by her or anything. Yeah,
and she's very weird too, but I guess in just different ways. But anyway... Oh, I got caught up looking at the lyrics of Hacker. You could probably take like a print off some Death Grip lyrics and go to like some slam poetry thing in some coffee shop where people are doing that and just like read off Death Grip's lyrics.
Yeah.
They'd be like, this is amazing. Like,
Damn.
you're so creative. What are you saying?
Yeah, I want to go to like a like boomer poetry club and just do that. Teaching bitches how to swim.
That's beautiful.
Oh my
That's
God.
beautiful.
He's literally me. Damn it.
Oh, you did it too. You did it. Yes.
No.
It's happening, people.
What have I done?
Wait, I just had a lyric that's hilarious. This is one you would go into like slam poetry and read. My existence is a momentary lapse of reason. Got the DNA of gothic lemons. Shredded 13 times out of 11. My bad ideas are the ATM. It's just so fucking like. I love it. I love it. Oh,
But when he's singing it, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, you have to say it like really.
I felt that.
Prodigal, fuck that nautical. Teaching bitches how to swim. Yeah. Oh, but anyway, so yeah, Hacker is my second favorite off that album. And then it's between, I don't know, that's hard. I'm just going to be a basic bitch and say Get Got. There's a reason these songs get popular. It's because they're so good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're just so, like, powerful, like, catchy, and just, like, I don't know. That's the thing I look for the most, I feel like, in songs is, like, how easy of an earworm or whatever, you know, like how easy can it get stuck in my head? Like it's got to be good then. So yeah, those are my three.
Got.
Flowers in my head that hopping up the fucking block, not like a Richard watch it top off. Oh,
We should do an acapella Death Grips like cover band.
we should. Yeah.
Did you pick a least favorite?
It's got to be Blackjack. I just there's nothing really memorable for me about that song. Like it's you know, it's not like
It's not amazing.
It's not amazing, but it's not bad. Like, that's the thing about picking these least favorite songs. None of them are, like, bad. They're definitely just not as out there or just, like, as memorable or strong as the other ones. But, yeah.
I'm gonna say my least favorite is probably Fuck That. It's just not, like, that big of a deal, I think. Like, I don't know. I was gonna say Punk Weight, but then, like, I kind of like the, like, vocal shit in that. But, I mean... Fuck That just doesn't have like that much that makes it all that memorable to me, I don't think.
Same for me. That's definitely down there for me too.
I absolutely know my number one favorite, and it's still probably one of my favorite Death Grip songs in general.
I bet I can guess it.
Oh,
can I guess?
All right, go on.
Well, I don't think it's Bitch Please, even though you kept hearing that one over and over. But is it The Fever?
Fuck you. Yes, it's The Fever.
Is it? Yes!
Yeah.
I'm psychic, bitches.
Oh my god. The Fever is like... I love this song
I was
so
wanting to
much.
put that in my three favorite. It is so good. It is.
I think
that instrumental is amazing.
Yeah, again, the instrumental is just like insane. It's like...
Yeah.
Fuck, man. It's so good. I got the fever!
It hypes you up for sure.
Goddamn. His flow in that is like so fucking good. It just goes so well with the instrumental. The Fever, Hacker, and Lost Boys.
Yeah. Lost Boys is good. Lost Boys is really good.
I'm looking at Lost Boys lyrics. Brown paper bagging, asphalt scraping, all talk, no action, what I'm waiting. Weak tongue wagging, stray dog begging. Like don't hurt me, yeah right, I'm saying. Beware you have been warned, the barrel's still warm. Ease up off that lip or step. How quick a bitch fit to get checked, mate. One false move will get you set straight.
But anyway, yeah, it is definitely a great album overall.
I would understand why it's not like a huge favorite. I think like the mid section is like down tempo and like not all that interesting to some degree.
Yeah, and I would just, for me, I think it's because their highs on that album are so high that it just makes everything else look kind of low. Like, I mean, if I'm coming off Get Got and I've seen footage, then everything else just looks like meh. I mean, it's because their songs are so good. But yeah,
I think like the section from like The Cage to Bitch Please is like not that great, but like before and after that, it's good. Like System Blower slaps. I love that.
Yeah, System Blower.
Right.
Anyway, speaking of slaps, let's move on to No Love Deep Web, because this album, for a while, this was my favorite album. It really was. Like, it's so good. But
It's fucking incredible.
it is. I guess, you know, if I was to say my three favorite songs, this was a song that definitely got me into Death Grips. So, like, if you're looking to ease your way into them, then definitely check this one out. But it's No Love. I mean, it's just, it is like, it's kind of like Guillotine, where it's like it's slow, but it's so fucking powerful, and it's just catchy, and it's like, I don't know, it pumps you up. Like, it's a gym song. Like, if you want to go to the gym, put on that. It's so good. This is hard picking favorites off this one. Like, there's so many good ones, but I would say Artificial Death in the West. Yes. I mean, that's just such a unique song. It really is.
It feels like their most slow and, like, calm song, I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say their most calm. So it's like, once you come across a calm Death Grip song, it's like...
You don't find that very often, yeah.
You don't. So when you do, it's like,
oh,
okay, this is nice. This is a nice break.
It's like it's really emotive, like, which is super odd for them, I guess, but yeah.
It is. I gotta go with Black Dice. That instrumental is like unlike any other. Yeah. It's unlike any other.
It's pretty insane.
Guys, just look up these songs. They're amazing. Like, I wish I could play them for you, but we'd get copyrighted.
Yeah.
But, you know, if I was to pick a least favorite,
careful
I don't
now.
know. Probably Whammy. Probably Whammy. No, Whammy's great, but like I can only take so much. Like, Whammy. Fuck, it's like, I get it, MC Ride, I get it. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to say Whammy. I'm just gonna have to say Whammy.
That's
sorry.
Fine. That's fine.
Because
have fun being wrong.
What's your least favorite?
Mine are objectively correct. Thank you very much.
Oh God.
I mean, I think my favorite is Artificial Death in the West.
Mm-hmm. This is a good one.
Like,
yeah.
I don't think anything comes close, really, but I mean, I still love the album, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Whammy. I love Whammy. The third would probably be Lil Boy, I think.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, I love Lil Boy.
Burn through it. You're taking turns to it.
Blood, you get hard.
I guess, I mean, since I love this album so much, I mean, I was really wanting to, like, an honorable mention, like, I mean, Pop, Bass Rattle, Stars Out the Sky. I wanted to include those so bad.
Oh, I didn't do my least favorite.
But, oh yeah, what's your least favorite?
Probably Pop.
Oh man, I love Pop.
Either Pop or Bass Rattle, Stars Out the Sky, but I like them. I still like them.
But those are literally the two I just said were honorable mentions, and I was like, shit.
Sorry. But fuck you for Whammy.
That's fair enough.
No, Pop is just like, there's not much to it really. It's just like pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
I love Stockton.
Oh, Stockton's good. Yeah, I like that instrumental a lot for sure.
So good.
Bouncing, whoop, whoop. My neighbors probably think I'm fucking crazy. They really do.
I think my grandmother's home somewhere, so she will hear me. and it's like 7
probably.
in the morning.
Oh, man.
Oh, she liked my message, but didn't reply.
Oh.
It says she's the CEO of Ligma. I like that.
There you go. That's a bio.
Is it the same with you over there with, like, girls that, like, their entire bio is just, like, The Office?
Oh, God. Yeah, it is.
It's everywhere.
Which I love The Office. I really do, but...
It's fine. But, like, making it your entire personality? Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I'm such a Dwight. Fucking shut up.
Oh, man.
If our relationships can be anything like Jim and Pam's, then that would be great. Fucking hell.
Yeah. That's why I deleted Tinder. Well, I mean, among many other reasons, I'm sure, but just didn't. Nah, I want to be a lone wolf like MC Ride.
Oh my Jesus.
So let's get okay, so this next album, Government Plates.
Yep.
I don't like how people call it their worst album. It's amazing. It really is.
I don't think it's amazing, but I also don't think it's their worst. It has good ideas. There's just some, like, sections where it's just like...
I mean, I just like how, like, minimal and, like, I don't know. I'll just name off my 3 favorite songs. So, To Heavens, easily.
Yeah.
Easily is, like, that shit, that goes hard. It really does. Like, just the instrumental. It's amazing.
Single strike, catered slip. Once I make you my bitch.
I'm on my way, yeah! Yeah, it's great. I mean, I really do just like it for the instrumental. But, okay, my second favorite, Birds.
Really?
Birds is great. Oh, yeah.
I never got as into Birds, really.
Really?
Yeah. It was never, like, that big on my list, really.
I just feel like MC Ride, like, his vocals just blend with the instrumental so well. It's almost like and his voice is so distorted, it almost sounds like he's becoming one with the instrumental. Like, it's so weird. But I would say my third is Big House, just because that build up.
Big House is great.
It is just that build up. It feels like it's building up to something crazy, but then it just goes like, I wish it kind of had this big like explosion after that build up. But least favorite is, I'll just say Feels Like a Wheel. Just it's just an
It's fine,
song.
it's
like
fine,
it's
yeah.
good, it's fine, but it's not a standout. Anyway, what are yours?
I'll probably say least favorite first. Probably I'm Overflow, I think.
That was the one I listened to, and then I was like, no, it's not that one. Because that instrumental is just, I could go on and on about the instrumentals of every Death Grip song, but anyway.
I think the instrumental's
Yeah.
like kind of weak on that one. Like not that
Really?
great. Yeah, that's just me though. I don't know.
Isn't that the one that goes, isn't that the one?
I think that's the one, yeah.
Well, that's all right. I mean, I don't like love the song. I mean, but yeah.
I know my favorite absolutely, and it's You Might Think He Loves You.
Oh, that's a great one. A great opener.
Incredible opener.
I would say that's up there, like, along with Death Grips is Online, it's like their best opener. It really is.
It's one of their best, yeah. Like just like glass smashing and then fuck us that fucking don't start shit.
Just the high pitched squealing, like it sounds so.
Yeah.
It just sounds like you're in a fucking horror movie or something.
I know,
It really
it's
does.
awesome. It's
Yeah.
so like energetic
And the
immediately.
music video. What do you think? The music video? It's just MC Ride staring fucking crazy into this camera.
That's a topic, actually. I don't really watch music videos anymore because they sort of, for me, take away from what I get out of a song. It depends, though.
I mean, I really don't either. But when it comes to Death Grips, just because theirs are so weird, it's like I have to check it out. Like, but
I've seen some of theirs, but I don't really remember them all that much. But yeah.
But no, that's a great opener for sure.
Yeah, that one and Whatever I Want. Because that one, like, it feels like it's just a constant, like, loop of just, like, headbanger shit. Like, it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
keep it going, keep it going. And probably Big House. Yeah. But then again, Two Heavens.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't pick Two Heavens. I thought that was the strongest off that entire album.
I think I've still got to pick Big House. I really like Big House. Now we're moving on to where I start getting a bit controversial.
Oh yeah, this is where we're really gonna differ.
Like I said, I just re-listened to like all of them. Still sort of feeling the same. I don't like the Powers That Be that much. All that,
Oh.
but no, like
Damn.
we should go by like the two albums that it is, like not just the one as a whole.
I've always on Spotify they show it all as one album, and so I've always seen it as one big thing. I don't know where it cuts off and all that. So
Well, it's Wiggers on the Moon. I'll say that.
Yeah.
That one ends at Big Dipper.
okay,
That's the first half, and then Jenny Death that starts with I Break Mirrors with My Face in the United States.
okay,
We'll do Wiggers on the Moon first.
all right. Well, for that first half of that double album, then see now that makes it even harder for me because I was like looking at the entire thing as a whole, and I kind of had an idea. and
There's
I'm
less
just
to
like,
pick from though, so it's
There
sort
is
of
less
easier.
to pick from, but a lot of my least favorites are actually in that first half. So now it's like,
What in Wiggers on the Moon?
yes, I'm just
Really?
gonna keep calling it the first half. Yeah, I don't
Come
know.
on, you could say Wigger.
I know, but I'm the careful type, like you said.
That's
Let's
fair.
remember that. But no, the second half. I'm looking at the second half. The second half is, I think it's a perfect album. I really do.
Wait, Jenny Death?
Yeah,
like
the second half. Yeah, the one that starts at I Break Mirrors on Face in the United States. Yeah.
I just re-listened to it. Like I said, I don't really like that album that much.
Oh, see, I'm the complete opposite. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'll say my three favorites. I guess Black Quarterback. I hate the song F Me Out, Fuck Me Out, whatever. I hate that song.
What? Why?
It's just, it's for me, that is probably my least favorite Death Grip song. I'll just say that.
Damn.
I'll just get my least favorite out of the way. Yeah. It's just, yeah. I don't like the lyrics. I don't like the sound of the song. I don't like the instrumental. It's just, it is the only Death Grip song out of like,
It's probably one of their least inspired, but it's like I think the instrumental is fine.
out of like 103 of the Death Grip songs I have saved on my phone, it is my very least favorite. I don't know why. So
Fair
there
enough.
you go.
Fair enough.
But anyway, Up My Sleeves, I like a lot, and Billy Not Really, for sure. I love Billy Not Really. Yeah, but I will say, I mean, I do, even though I don't love that first half of the album, I do love all the crazy shit they do with Bjork's vocals all over it, just like all the samples with her vocals. Because the second half is when they use all the guitar, like they bring guitars and shit in there, you know. What's your favorites and least favorite?
Least favorite is probably Voila. I don't like that song.
Oh yeah,
that
that's a weak one. That's a weak one, yeah.
I'm gonna say Hey Kid, Up My Sleeves, and Big Dipper.
Ooh, yeah, those are good. Those are good.
Big Dipper, Big Dipper, Big Dipper.
I think in comparison to their second half, like in comparison, I just think that first half is just way weaker for me, but
I think it's better as a whole personally, but you know, it depends on how you listen to it, I guess.
But I mean, when it comes to that second half, then I mean, I'm surprised that because you said you loved Inanimate Sensation. And
I'm gonna say right now, like the second half, I think starts off incredibly well, ends incredibly well, but there's an entire midsection that I just get so fucking bored with.
You don't like Beyond Alive or like?
I think everything from Turned Off to Centuries of Damn kind of sucks.
Oh man, I'm so in the opposite boat.
It doesn't suck. It's just like it's not engaging to me. It doesn't feel engaging. But everything else I like.
Fair enough.
On GP is fucking fantastic. I think that sounds amazing.
Like I said, yeah, like I told you, I really think that's like top 5 Death Grip songs of all time. I really do. Yeah.
It's
on
great.
GP. It's just so unique. And I think it's like the most emotional sounding, you know?
Yeah, it's a song about like suicide and shit.
Yeah, and just like it really doesn't sound like a Death Grip song, like in a lot of ways. Just from, I mean, if you listen to it, then you know. But okay, I would say my least favorite, simply because it's barely even a song, is Death Grips 2.0. It's just kind of you know, noise. MC Ride's not even on it. It's just kind of weird techno sounds. I mean, it's still cool, but I just never really viewed it as
just like a
song.
Short outro, really, I guess. Yeah.
So I guess if you can even count that. But see, and this is hard for me because I really do love this half of it. But On GP easily, Inanimate Sensation easily, and probably Centuries of Damn I really think is amazing too. Yeah.
I think that's one of my least favorite songs of theirs. Like,
what?
It's boring. I don't know. That and Beyond Alive just made me feel so bored.
See, I like those because you don't hear Death Grips bringing guitars a whole lot. Anyway, what's yours?
Yeah, least favorite probably either Beyond Alive or Centuries of Damn. I don't really like them that much.
Fair enough.
I think my 3 favorites are pretty easy. On GP, Inanimate Sensation, and I Break Mirrors with My Face in the United States.
Yeah. Like, I really think this is their most experimental album, I think.
I'm going to agree with you there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just some of the experimentation doesn't work for me personally that much, but it is probably, their most experimental.
Which also makes it their least accessible, for sure. Like,
specifically Jenny Death, I think, as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah,
definitely. But
I mean, the powers that be as a whole, it is quite.
Yeah, like I would like have people check that one out last. Like, it's so it's big and it's weird. But anyway,
I think Death Grips is a band where it's like probably a good idea to go in order of release.
Probably. I mean,
even though Ex-Military is sort of difficult in some ways, like it still has like bangers there.
Oh yeah. Well, I think Ex-Military is very accessible just from all the samples of like popular songs, you know. Like, that's how I saw it, at least. But
yeah.
Anyway, moving on to we're finally here, my favorite album. I fucking love this album.
And I just finished this too.
Yes, it's so good. Like, I mean, it's amazing.
It's easily top 3 for me, man.
This is one that I would show people first, for sure. My 3 favorite tracks. 3 Bedrooms in a Good Neighborhood is a banger. Like, it just is. Ring a Bell, for sure. And I would say Spikes.
Oh, Spikes? Hell yeah.
Spikes.
I fucking love Spikes.
Just, it's so good. I don't know why. Like, that's the thing. Yeah, they're just so catchy.
I do think this is probably one of their best album openers, too.
It is.
Like, it just goes in immediately.
It really does. I would say... we're really gonna disagree here. we're really gonna disagree on this because you always bring up this song. But I'm sorry, my least favorite off this album is Hothead. It is.
What is wrong with you?
Okay, because
are you brain dead?
It's a good song. It really is. It's crazy and it's whatever. But like,
dude, like all you have to do is hear the part where he's like,
no, that's kind of why I need a. That's probably why it's. No, it is awesome. It's a crazy headbanging song, but like, you know, and it's really like punk. It's a really punk song. I get it. It's just kind of crazy and in your face and fucking whatever.
But just like the way it feels like it's like the instrumental is like building up when he's like, "Run, don't fucking need a hot head."
So yeah, it has a great hook. I like the energy of the song, but it's the one that I just go to the least. I don't know why. I really don't know. But no, like I said, this is my favorite album. So like,
yeah,
you know, that's not saying much. Saying that's my least favorite. So
you still like it?
Oh, I still like it. I definitely don't dislike it. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just the least catchy for me. I just find all the other songs so much catchier.
I know my least favorite, but again, it's like not one that's bad at all. I fucking adore this album, but probably trash. It is good, but it's just like the vocals, I guess, feel like more or less just monotone throughout the whole thing. Like, it doesn't feel like they differentiate that much.
Similar to you could say that about too.
But is fucking awesome.
No, it is awesome, yeah. But it's just, you can tell MC Ride is just kind of like very much lower energy, I guess. But it's a much needed break. What's your 3 favorites then?
My favorite song on here, I feel like it's probably in my top 5 Death Grip songs. Like maybe even top 3. It's Bottomless Pit.
Oh, that's a great one. That's a great closer.
It is one of the most like headbanger inducing songs ever. Like you just feel like you cannot stop fucking headbanging to it.
Oh, I know. It
like,
just goes right into.
It's so fucking good. Oh my god.
It is.
And passionate, like we said, like just it's so passionate.
It really is.
Yeah, Bottomless Pit, Hothead, and Houdini probably.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
I love Houdini. It's just such a good album. God.
It is. Like that, which is why maybe that adds on to why this next album isn't. I mean, I still love it just like you, but it's much lower for me. Is the fact that maybe coming off of Bottomless Pit, I was like, okay, I was maybe underwhelmed.
Well, like I said, I think it's another one that's a lot more experimental, whereas Bottomless Pit doesn't necessarily feel super experimental.
No, I wouldn't say. I would, you know, it is a lot more accessible.
Year of the Snitch is just like a lot. Like, feels very all over the place sometimes.
I mean, it's definitely a change in sound, 100%. Like, so yeah, Year of the Snitch, their most recent album.
God, I don't know what my fucking favorite is. God.
I feel like this will be pretty easy for me. Like, just because I would say, okay, I'll say my least favorite is, I mean, probably the horn section. I don't know.
You can't count that. It's very small. Like,
oh. What? We're playing that game? I can't count that.
Okay, don't count the horn section or outro.
I was literally looking at outro as soon as you said
I know you were, you fucking...
See, but that's why maybe this album is not, like, up there for me, is because there are so many kind of weak interludes in there that just, I mean, they're good. Yeah, well, there's 2, but... There's 2. Okay, fine. There's technically 2. But
I just shut down your argument immediately.
Fuck it. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'll say, even though I really do love the instrumental on the song, but it just unfortunately falls flat, like, out of all of them for me, is probably Linda's in Custody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just, it's interesting, but it's not, like, one that I would ever throw on to, like, headbang to or anything, you know. It's definitely not that type of song, but
yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And then my favorites, I mean, this is easy for me, but Death Grip Stuff Online, that goes without saying. It's their best fucking opener. It's one of their most intense tracks. Like, it's great, but
I'm doing hands on a train, Sam.
Yeah, and then Black Paint. I love Black Paint. Like, the hook feels like a freaking AC/DC song. They're chanting. Like,
it feels a lot more like rock focused, yeah.
It is very rock focused, yeah. And then this actually is hard. You're right. This is a great album. But probably Ha Ha Ha. I just love Ha Ha Ha, bitch. And then
I love Ha Ha Ha.
That's like a great song to like quit your job to or something, you know?
That'd be so cool since I work at a petrol station. I'll just like light a match, throw it behind me. Ha ha ha, bitch. Fucking blows up.
If you ever
then I get arrested.
Get a different job, man, I'm telling you, get in your car and play that song and you'll know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, those are my 3 favorites, so.
I think my least favorite, probably same as you, honestly, Linda's in Custody.
Yeah.
Like if we're not including outro and the horn section. Yeah, Linda's in Custody. It feels like it's the least interesting instrumentally, I think. Ooh, this is fucking hard, man. This is fucking
Well, we can
hard
definitely
for me.
agree on Death Grips is online. I mean, you gotta say that one, right?
Yeah, I have to. I literally have to. But
It's amazing, yeah.
But like, there's like 3 others, and I'm not sure which one to eliminate. All right, I'm gonna say, yeah, so 3 favorites. Death Grips is online, Ha Ha Ha, and Little Richard. I think
That's a good one.
I have to go Little Richard.
Yeah.
Like it's between Little Richard or The Fear, but I think
Fear
Little
is
Richard
great,
is
too.
better for me. It's got barely any lyrics there even, but like it's just instrumental really does keep it super interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
And it feels like one of their most unique instrumentally too. Another one that I love on there, we're pretty much just naming every song at this point, but like Flies, I love Flies. The lyrics are so odd. Like, should the opportunity arise, vomit me, flies.
Yeah, that was a good one. You know, we went through each of the albums, gave our favorite songs, least favorite song, but I mean, if you want, we could just rank their albums right here if you have your ranking, just because I feel like we will very, very much disagree on some of these rankings.
Probably a little bit.
I have my list right here. I'll just shout out to the app Music Board.
God damn it.
Yes, you know, they let me make lists and shit on there and rate their albums. And look, maybe not every album of theirs is actually perfect, but after listening through all their stuff, I couldn't help but give every album a 5-star. There's just nobody else like Death Grips. I just love all their albums.
Every album?
Yeah, every album. Because like I said, I mean, I don't hate a Death Grips song or album, you know?
Okay, well, you go. What's your number 8?
Well, look, I gotta say, and like I said, I have all of their albums as 5 stars, even if they might not all be perfect. I just love them all, but it is the weakest for me, and it's also the most fresh in my mind, and that's Ex-Military. It's just
Yikes, dude. Cringe.
here. Let me justify myself. I need to justify myself here.
I understand because you've only heard it once. Like,
Well, that is one of the reasons. Like, I've only heard it once. It's too fresh in my mind. I'm so attached to all the other albums. But also, if I was to actually nitpick the album, even though I like some of the samples, I think it's too sample heavy. I really do. Like, you know,
you're gonna regret that when you re-listen.
maybe, but I mean, I just really think it doesn't have like, it has an identity, but it's not like, I could have gone without some of the popular samples on those songs, I guess. I mean, it's still very good, but I don't know. I don't know. But I know that all Death Grips fans put Ex-Military at pretty much the top. So, I mean, that's why I hope I don't get shit on by if any Death Grips fans hear this.
I mean, I hope it grows on you. I just hope it grows on you. That'd be cool.
I think all of them grow on you over time for sure, but yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, my number 8 is Jenny Death.
Oh.
Just not that into it personally. Like I said, there's just that mid section that isn't all that interesting to me. The first like 2 songs and the last 2 songs, great, but like it's just everything in between is.
But don't you listen to when you listen to Why a Bitch Gotta Lie? Don't you get just pumped up? Why a bitch gotta lie? Why a bitch gotta lie? Like,
it's fun, yeah.
It's fun. I think it's a fun, and like I said, it includes. I mean, that's totally fine. Even though it's much higher for me, but I don't know.
I don't think as a album, it's not that interesting to me.
That's fine.
It would also probably depend on my mood, and
for sure.
It could go up there on re-listens. Who knows? But for now, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. This is okay. You thought you were gonna hate me before.
I know I'm gonna hate you.
You're really gonna fucking hate me now. And look, I'm sorry, but it's a great album. it just feels a bit weak to me in a lot of areas. It's I'm still trying to embrace this new sound of theirs, but I have to say, Year of the Snitch is my number 7.
Yep.
It just is.
That's cool. We all have opinions. They can't all be right.
No. That's the great thing, though, about Death Grips is that all of their albums really are so unique to themselves. Like that, I don't know. It's hard for me to say one is truly better than the other because they are so... I mean, I think they're still all perfect and they're so unique in their own way. But yeah, I don't know. It's an amazing album for sure. It's just... It doesn't, like, pump me up. You know, I go to Death Grips to pump me up, and it's just a bit toned down for me, I guess.
It definitely depends on your mood, for sure.
Oh yeah,
with that one.
It does.
I mean, if you're in a different mood, like not wanting to be pumped up or anything, like I would say, like throw it on when you're just playing Apex or something like that. Just like it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really
That's true.
fun.
All right, well, what's your number 7?
Wiggers on the Moon.
I figured that would be it.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's for those who haven't even heard of Death Grips, that's not the actual name of the album, but we cannot say the real name. We just can't.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, we're very white.
Yeah. But no, I understand that for sure.
Yeah, it's just like I still like it more than the other half, but it's good. It's good. I just don't think it's great. That's all.
Yeah.
Like I think Up My Sleeves is fantastic, and Say Hey Kid, I love that as well.
It is.
What's
cool.
the last song in there? Fuck.
Big Dipper. Big Dipper.
Yeah, Big Dipper. I love that song. But yeah, there's just like songs like Voila that I'm not really that into.
And I guess speaking of that album, that is my number 6. I still love it, but yeah, I don't know. Pretty much what you said. I will give it this though. Out of all of these, it's got to be like some of their most experimental shit. Really is, just because of all the Bjork like samples and vocals they like implement into it. It is very like unique, but yeah.
And at a lot of parts, it feels really fun too, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
My number 6 is Government Plates.
Yeah, I kind of figured that'd be a bit low for. That's the thing is that
that's the thing. It's like it's just those like bottom 3 for me are like the only ones where I have problems. It feels like everything else I don't really have super big problems with, you know?
Yeah.
Government Plates, it's just like there's some experimentation there where it's just like it's alright, like it's not the best or whatever, but yeah. And like some of the vocals feel a little bit iffy for me. Like I don't think it's quite as passionate as some others. There are definitely like super big highlights on Government Plates, and I don't agree with anyone when they say it's the worst album.
No, that's definitely not their worst album. It's not.
No, it's ex-military, isn't it, Quinn?
It's ex-military. I'm trying to be a hipster here. Well, not a hipster, but a fucking, what do you call them? A contrarian.
Just going against the grain.
I'm just going against the grain. I'm just a contrarian at heart, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to put it anyway. But no, speaking of Government Plates, that is my number 5. So, you know, I still love it to death, but I mean, yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. A lot of highlights, but just not as strong or memorable in a lot of areas, but it's still just a freaking unique sounding album. It really is. So yeah.
Number 5 for me is The Money Store.
Ooh. Oh damn. Okay.
Like I said, these top 5 fucking fantastic. Like I love The Money Store so much. It's just like you said, there's like this sort of section towards the end where it's still good. It's just not as good as the rest of the songs, I guess. Like, what's it called? Like Punk Weight and Fuck That. Like, they're not really all that interesting to me, but they're still good. I mean, it feels like very just continuous with that album. Like, it feels like it has a continuous sound.
Which I guess is a good thing.
That's the thing I love about Ex-Military too, is just that it, like, that's one where every song fades into the next. Like,
true. It's
awesome.
True. Yeah, that is very true. The fan base, from what I've seen, they would say Money Store is probably the best. But, I mean, no, I don't blame you for putting it at 5. I really don't. And I will say this, The Money Store is the only album that has any Death Grip songs that I would request at a bar to play. Just like, because any other album, there's just nothing, like, clubby.
You should totally go to the bar and request Flies.
Oh, God, they would. No.
That would be just hilarious. I want to see their faces.
That's the thing, though, is that the bartender I asked to play, I was like, I went up there, and I was like, hey, can you play? He's like, who's it by? And I'm like, Death Grips. And he looked at me like, because he knew who Death Grips was, and he was like, he was surprised. I mean, one of the guys was like, is it gonna clear the bar? It's by Death Grips. It's gonna clear the bar. Like, they thought people would hate it, but no. I mean, I picked their mainstream shit. I would never go up there and request Hothead. Everyone would fucking run out.
Hothead's awesome. Fuck you.
No, it is awesome. But I'm saying for like your average, I'm in a college town. These kids listen to fucking like, NBA YoungBoy and like these rappers today. So
Nice.
if all of a sudden they hear, no, Hothead, like they're gonna be like, they're instantly gonna look up and be like, what the fuck? So anyway, my number 4 is Jenny Death, just because I just love the way the guitars are used. Yeah, I don't know. I just love it.
My number 4 is No Love Deep Web.
Oh, okay. All right.
Absolutely love No Love Deep Web. Just a banger from beginning to end. It really is. God
But you
damn it.
don't love it enough to put it in the top 3.
Shut the
just
fuck
kidding.
up. God, nothing's ever good enough for you, is it, Quinn?
No, I'm just giving you shit. I don't think anybody's Death Grips opinions are wrong. I'll say that,
Except yours.
Wow. No, I'm based. I'm what you would call based.
Oh, you're based?
I'm based.
Not cringe?
I'm not cringe. Putting ex-military as their worst album is the definition of based. It just is. So yeah. Anyway, we're in the top 3 zone now, aren't we?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. My third favorite is The Money Store. It's a great album. It has some of my favorite Death Grip songs. It is great. I don't know what else to say about it. So.
Yeah, my number 3 is Year of the Snitch. I love Year of the Snitch. I think it's experimentation done perfectly. I think there's just so much fucking personality to that album and so much differentiation. It feels like all of their styles just coming together in like different ways, I guess. It's really fucking cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
One of the best openers, one of the best closers. Fuck,
Oh god, yeah, for sure. This is probably the same way that you feel about Jenny Death, is that I feel like You're the Snitch, it starts so strong and ends strong, but I don't know, maybe there is some stuff in the middle, like those interludes or, whatever song I named as to what I didn't like.
Linda's in Custody.
Yeah, Linda's in Custody. It just kind of got a bit weak in the middle, but I mean, it's still great. Yeah, for sure. I will admit it does have a lot of personality too. Like, that has a distinct sound. Like, when you're listening to a You're the Snitch song.
And it's probably the best album cover. I love the album cover.
What the fuck is that album cover? I need to...
It's so cool.
But, like, I just don't know what it is. Like...
It's just tongues sticking out of holes. That's all it is.
All right, well, so yeah, my number 2, like I said, this is my favorite album for the longest time, but No Love Deep Web. I don't know what more to say about it. It's just so freaking cool. I don't know.
It is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Especially Whammy, am I right?
Whammy. Whatever. It's a good song. It's just, I don't know.
One of their best lyrics ever is on that album, and it's, "You need a lift. You can sit between the backseat of my dick."
That is good. I need to send you, there's this video on YouTube to where, I think it's for the Amazon Alexa or something, to where they edited it to where it's MC Ride's voice as Alexa, and they edited that commercial so that MC Ride answers him. It's fucking hilarious. I need to remember to send you that as soon as we get done. But anyway, your number 2.
Yeah, my number 2 is Bottomless Pit, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
Oh yeah.
It really is. It's just like one of their best. It doesn't overstay its welcome either. It's like perfect length, and it's just constantly interesting, I think. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, perfect opener, perfect closer. And the closure is absolutely one of my favorite songs of theirs.
I mean, not only a perfect opener and closer, but like, everything in the middle, it's so strong too. It really is. But
I think if I was like at a Death Grips concert and they like played Bottomless Pit, like the song, I'd probably like grab onto the railing in front and just fucking headbang like as hard as humanly possible. Like, fuck. Because I've done that before at like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard concerts. They just go hard as well. And like, if I did that at a Death Grips concert, I'd just like be the happiest guy in the world. My head would fucking fall off at that point. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I would love to see them live. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, I would die.
But anyway, speaking of Bottomless Pit, obviously it's my number 1. I've been saying it's my favorite of theirs. So yeah, I mean, it's perfect to me. I mean, my least favorite song I still love, but yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's one of those where like the least favorite really doesn't even matter because it's still just fantastic.
Yeah, it is the album I would like point to people first. Like, listen to this, and if you don't like that, I don't know if you're gonna like Death Grips very much, but I mean, it's I don't know. I think it's their most accessible.
It's a good starter, I think, but like I still think that No Love Deep Web would be the better.
Yeah, that is a good one too.
Because like Bottomless Pit is like, it is one of their best, and I feel like it would be good to like get them started on No Love Deep Web, and then they can experience that if they like it, and they'll be like, oh my god, Bottomless Pit's fucking awesome.
True. But anyway,
my number one is Ex-Military, which is Quinn's least favorite, I guess.
If I did let that album sit with me a lot more, it could totally jump up. It could. But
I hope it does. I really do, because I think it's like such a perfect like tone setter, like the first song, and then like everything after that just feels like it goes all over the place, but it also has this like consistent feel to it. I think it's like fucking fantastic. I love it. That's that, I guess.
Well, that's that. Yeah, guys. I mean, we went through all the albums, we ranked them, gave our favorite songs, all that shit. Like I said, I mean, if you haven't listened to Death Grips, if you didn't know what we were talking about, check out some of those songs or albums we recommended, because they really are like nobody else. I mean, they really are.
Yeah, there's no one quite like Death Grips, and I mean, you might like sort of not like me for this, I suppose, but I do think that JPEG Mafia tries a little bit too hard to be that kind of style. That's maybe why I'm not that into him.
I agree. Like, he's probably, I don't think he would exist without Death Grips, Like, I still like him a lot, but I don't know. So yeah, now we will get into listener questions, which if you want to send in questions, our Instagram handles are Views by Quinn and Movies Music Me. So that's where we get our questions sent in as of now. So, all right, well, I'll just get to my questions first. All right, first question is from film.mania7. He said, best live gigs either of you have been to and one artist you need to see live.
We can both agree we want to see Death Grips.
Yeah. Fuck, that would be amazing. Yeah, Death Grips.
One big one for me is Radiohead. Like, I need to see Radiohead live before I die. But in terms of ones I've been to, like the best ones I've been to, probably, I think the best one I've been to has to be Nick Cave, probably. It was like probably one of the most like emotional concerts ever. It was just so like soulful and beautiful, and like it was at a huge venue as well. It was just amazing. I hugged him. I love that. Like, it was just fucking awesome.
That sounds great.
If not that, then probably Foals. I really loved Foals. Like, Foals were just like, they're a band that's been with me since I was very, very young, and like seeing them live was just so fucking surreal. It was amazing. Anyway, you can go.
I haven't been to a ton of concerts in my life, to be honest, but my favorite one definitely was, probably my favorite band as of now is still Metallica. So, I mean, just getting to see Metallica live was crazy. I mean, Avenged Sevenfold opened for them. It was cool. All right, next question is from Movies That Don't Suck. He said, who is your most hated big name actor? I could tell you mine right now. Like, I don't know why I always point to these two, but Melissa McCarthy, I don't find her funny.
I fucking despise that woman. Oh my god.
I just don't find that brand of comedy funny whatsoever. And she always plays like the same character in every movie. She honestly does. And then also, I don't know why I just love to hate on Vin Diesel. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Fast and Furious franchise, but I just think he has like no charisma. He has no actual acting skills. It's just like he just looks pissed off all the time, and he does these shitty action movies. It's like, I don't care.
I mean, the only like good thing I've seen from him is like Groot and the Iron Giant.
Exactly. And in neither of them you even see his face, so that's why it's the best.
Yeah.
You don't have to see him. But yeah, anyway.
I mean, Melissa McCarthy's probably up there for me too. I fucking hate her so much. Like, she's just like, oh, I'm fat, therefore funny. It's just the worst. Her or Mark Wahlberg, honestly.
Okay.
I can't stand Mark Wahlberg at this point.
That's understandable. Even though I love a lot of the movies he's been in, like, well, Boogie Nights, which you just watched, and...
Yeah, I mean, he's good in that. Like,
yeah.
But that's probably the only thing I've seen him where I can call him good.
Have you seen The Departed?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that movie a lot.
A while ago. I don't remember it all that well, but yeah. Even then, he wasn't a huge part, was he?
No, he wasn't a huge part, I guess. But yeah, I guess I understand that.
I fucking despise the fact that he's playing Sully in Uncharted. Jesus fucking Christ. What a bad casting choice.
Yeah, that just sounds terrible. I'm not gonna lie. But all right, my next question is from Cinna.Mantix. She said, thoughts on upcoming horror film Nope. I mean, I don't have any thoughts other than, like, I liked Get Out a lot. I liked Us a lot. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but I have no idea what it's about. I have no idea about anything about it. So I hope it's good.
I'm gonna go in blind to that for sure. Like, I want to figure out what it is organically, but the poster looks really cool.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell it's going to be about. Like, it looks, I mean, but the only thing I don't like about it, the name's kind of dumb. Nope.
I guess.
It's just like, what the fuck? Like, why?
I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with it, I guess. Like, the actual story, and if it does, then that's great.
Maybe. If it does.
I like Get Out a lot. I think Get Out is fantastic, but I think Us is pretty fucking weak. Like,
really?
Honestly,
oh,
I really didn't like it that much. Like, I thought it had an incredible setup, and then it just like deteriorated as it went on. I was like, eh.
See, I've got an unpopular opinion. I think I like Us even more than Get Out. I really do. Yeah.
Wow.
I do. I don't know. I just think it's a better paced movie for some reason. Like, it just, I don't know.
It's got cool things about it and like a lot of really cool ideas. I just think like the last act was just so dumb, and like
the last act is pretty
the ending
weird.
was like, what? Okay.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to Nope.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and then the last question I got was from Esther Reviews. She asked top 3 A24 films. So I had to think about this, and I'm pretty confident in saying my number 3 is Uncut Gems. I love Uncut Gems. My number 2 is Moonlight. I fucking love Moonlight, man.
Oh, I love Moonlight.
That is the definition of a perfect movie. It's just perfect. Yeah.
It's fantastic. I love Moonlight. I
think it's the best coming of age movie ever. Like, I really do. If you can count that as a coming of age story, It's
definitely one of them, yeah. And it kind of sucks that I wasn't as into If Beale Street Could Talk. I wish I was into that more.
Yeah, same here. My hopes were way too high after Moonlight, and so yeah, it's still a great movie, but nowhere close. And then my number 1 is Ex Machina. I just love Ex Machina so much. It's a perfect movie for sure.
Quinn.
Huh.
Is there something we forgot?
Well, I know we both love that movie, and I'm not going to say it, but it's in my top 5 A24. I'll say that for sure. But no, it's just hard to beat those 3. It really is for me. But
just from the ones I'm looking at, probably going to say The Lighthouse, probably my 1, and then Ex Machina, and then Under the Skin. Like, those 3 are literally in my top, 10 movies ever.
Yeah, I can't wait to check out Under the Skin for sure.
It's a lot to take in.
No, I'm sure. So yeah, that was my questions. So
I got 2. One of them is by All Right So Reviews. It says, which directors are you simps for?
Now, what does he mean by this? Does it have to be a female like literally simping?
No. Like just like simping basically is not caring about any flaws, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Like, you're just like, yeah, I adore this person so much, basically.
Oh, I would say Nolan easily, just because I realize he has flaws, but I overlook them. Like, just because I love everything else about his movies. Like,
maybe even same. Yeah.
Yeah, because I realize his dialogue is pretty bare bones. It's pretty expository. I realize his characters are kind of hollow. Like, I get all of the criticisms. I really do. But I just love everything else about the movies. So,
well, actually, I'll differentiate from you for that one because, like, I mean, it's someone we've brought up a lot, and a lot of people don't agree with me. It's probably Nicholas Winding Refn. I don't think his films are objectively perfect or anything like that, and I think that there's definitely a lot of merit to the things that people say about him and stuff, but I still love him. I still just love him.
No, he is definitely one of a kind. I will say that. Like, he really is.
Like I said, I get a lot of the criticisms with him, but I do sim for him. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And the other question was by Isaac the Cinephile, and it's, what was the first movie y'all discussed about when you started talking to each other?
Oh man, I don't know. Do you remember?
I can't remember, no.
I feel like it has to be like between like Uncut Gems or something like that. You know, I really feel like it could be one of those.
Your live stream where you like first talked to me is still up somewhere, so you could go and check.
I guess I could. I don't even know where it's at. I don't know which one it is.
I'll find it. Hang on. Might have been Godzilla then.
Really? What?
I'm just gonna say that because I don't want to look through the whole thing. But yeah.
Fuck. I guess
it's
Godzilla. It's weird. Why is this
Godzilla.
okay? Why is this the third episode in a row to bring up Godzilla? I don't even like love the movie.
It's good. It's a good movie.
I mean, it's good. It's good. It's just so random. It's the one recurring thing along with He's Literally Me.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so that answers your question, Isaac the Cinephile.
I guess. Yeah.
Who
Whatever.
knows?
Fuck it. Let's not dwell on the past. Let's focus on the future.
All right. Thanks for that.
Quinn's daily wisdom. Anyway.
Wisdom.
All right, guys. Like we did last time, we're going to recommend 2 songs, one from each of us. And after this episode goes up, then we will put something on our Instagram stories, or you can comment on our YouTube or wherever as to which song you liked out of the 2. So, a song that I find myself coming back to a lot. It is from an artist that I know I like quite a bit more, I guess, than Liam, but Bjork. It's a Bjork song. And it's from my favorite album from her. It's from her album debut, and it is called Come to Me. Come to Me is, it's just a great song. I love the feel of the song, the vibe. It's very calming. It's a very calming song. Check that out. Come to Me by Bjork.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I might even re-listen to it. Who knows?
Well, you have to, because I listened to your song. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. It was really good. Yeah, I don't know if I told you. No, it's a great song. It was.
I'll recommend Running Man by Mondo Grosso. I've been loving Mondo Grosso lately. He's just like this Japanese artist that does a lot of like funk jazz stuff, and he's really cool. He does some crazy like electro shit, and this one's like more like just electronic, funky, I guess. There's like a really, really nice bass line throughout the song and stuff, and it's such a good song. Yeah. So Running Man by Mondo Grosso.
Nice.
Yeah. And we'll put like links to them in the description and stuff as well.
For sure. All right. Well, before we head out, then I just want to give people a heads up about what this next episode that I'm forcing Liam to do.
Are we actually gonna do this shit?
Yes, dude, we are totally doing this. This is gonna be fucking hilarious. This is gonna be a great
for
idea. So basically, this next episode, we are going to be diving and dissecting and fucking examining these amazing characters that I relate to so much. We're talking about Taxi Driver, American Psycho, Nightcrawler, Drive, and many more probably. The whole He's Literally Me movement. Join the movement, boys.
So we're gonna go through like a bunch of characters, I guess, and dissect them. And
I mean, we can talk about the movies in general too. Like, I mean, just this whole idea of the He's Literally Me Sigma male incel bullshit. We're gonna go through all of that. All right, it's a big concerning rising trend in the film community. Anyway, we're talking about that, and it's gonna be hilarious. I don't care. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. And we're gonna see what characters we think should join that group too, like that aren't always talked about. But anyway, yeah,
let's do it.
I can't wait. So watch Taxi Driver in preparation for that.
I should probably rewatch that. Yeah, dude,
you have to. There's so much to dig into with that movie that it could honestly, we could do like a Taxi Driver Nightcrawler double feature or something eventually.
Oh my God.
You know, but anyway. All right. So anyway, that's it, guys. Liam, where can they find you on all the social medias?
Movies, music, me on everything.
That's who he is.
Yeah.
All right. And then you can find me at Views by Quinn on you know what's
Don't
coming.
you say it.
Well,
Don't you
Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitter, even though I don't fucking use Twitter, I don't care. And Music Board.
There it is.
Music Board will launch off. I'm telling you, please. Anyway, okay, you can find me on everything.
Stop trying to make Music Board happen. It's not going to happen.
I'm gonna look back and be like, wow, I was really pushing for this app that died. Anyway, that's about it, guys. So Look forward to the next episode and check out Death Grips. Seriously, they are great.
Yeah, for real. Check out Death Grips.
That's it.
Bye everyone. See ya.
Peace out, bitches. Again.
Why do you have to say that every time?
I know, but I can't help it.